How's it going, everybody? We got the Astral team updates coming your way, and I guess it looks like it's going to be Emma Frost centric, which is clearly what it should have been, right? Emma Frost was definitely the odd man off the team. She was really good at protecting her team. She had a really good plug and play use, which I guess we could talk about. But like in the Knull fight, doesn't really do much, right? Like giving ability blocks, well, Knull can't get ability block. Giving offense down, well, Knull just shakes it off. He's taking so many turns once it becomes like a meaningful part of the fight. She was like the barrier queen without any anti-barrier mechanics. I'm guessing that's what we're going to see here. I'm curious if we're going to see any other updates. I think actually, well, let's read these and then we'll talk about maybe how impactful this is actually going to be. All right, so Astral team updates. Commanders, we received feedback from the community about the disappointment of Emma Frost X-Men and how she's lacking some offensive capabilities. We've reviewed her kit and made key changes to help her offensively. We raised her base speed. Oh, see, that's what they did with the Spider Society, and it led to a very, in my opinion, unhealthy end for that team. Like, that team is way too powerful. Messing with speed is nuts, and she already does speed stuff, right? Added bleeds to her basic. Okay, so this is great. So they're basically confirming here that bleeds are going to work against Knull the way they're currently working against Knull, right? Giving her bleeds makes me want to get her basic instead of, well, I had her as a fortifier. That's kind of annoying. So, yeah. So now she does regen, but she'll have bleeds out on her ISO attack. I like it, but I'm pissed I gotta switch off purple ISO now. Anyway, updated her special and ultimate ability so she can assist with getting rid of negative effects on enemies. Made her ultimate attack adjacent targets. Okay, so that's not Knull centric, that's just overall centric. And she can now help take down the boss Knull in Battleworld faster with her Astral team and some X-Men allies. Okay, here we go. While reviewing Emma Frost's kit, we also took a pass on Ancient One and Shadow King to make sure they were hitting their goals for Astral. We made some tweaks to their kits as well so they perform even better in Battleworld. The details of those changes are below. Emma Frost. Wow. That is a big jump. 127 is a meaningful stat. Holy crap. I don't even know how I don't know how fast she was, but she was relatively slow. 127 is actually really fast, and because she's taking away speed stat gains from characters like Man-Thing to Night Stalkers, North Star to Alpha Flight in the given game modes, Ronin, all that kind of stuff. Like, that makes that speed even more impactful. That's kind of crazy. Two bleeds instead of one. She's going to do a lot of damage to Knull, guys. This is great. This is absolutely great. Apply regeneration for 2 turns to additional regeneration for 1 turn to the most injured ally or self, and barrier that character for 10% of her max health. So she's going to be a striker now. Assuming that ISO attack does the bleeds, right? Alright, the special. Clearing all barrier on all enemies. We expected that for sure. Attack the primary target for 250% damage. Flip all positives into negatives. Alright, so that's new. So she didn't have the flips before, now she does. So like the whole team has flips. Okay, cool. In Battleworld, fill speed bar for self and all Astral and X-Men allies by 40%. X-Men allies. You know who's another character that does bleeds? And it's an X-Men? Old Man Logan. Are we setting up to use Emma as a plug-and-play with X-Men instead of Astral? And maybe we keep Black Knight with Astral? This could be really cool. I don't know what's going on in the background there. Alright, cool. Ultimate, Psychic Wrath. Again, clearing all barriers. We have a bunch of barrier clears here. Attack the primary target and adjacent targets for 350 plus 10% target's max life. Clearing 3 positive effects. So that's the new part. Interesting. Fill speed bar for self and all Astral and X-Men allies by 20%. In Battleworld, fill speed bar for self and all Astral and X-Men allies by additional. Okay, so this is great. Wow. This is everywhere. And then additional 20%. I think they might be gearing up Emma to go with Extreme. And Black Knight can stay with Astral. Because Astral gets enough sustain without her. And if she's going to be giving barrier like crazy on her ult there, on her special, it's just to Astral, right? No, it's to X-Men too. Oh, is Emma a plug-and-play boss killer now for the Extreme team? Instead of, what, Sunspot? So you do like, because Gambit's got bleeds, Old Man Logan's got bleeds, Nightcrawler's speed, Forge's sustain, and then Emma. We're going to have to test that this weekend for sure. I guess today, by the time this video comes out, we're going to have to test that for sure. All right. Reformed Queen, Brilliant Teacher. So on spawn, apply defense up. Sure, all that stuff. In Battleworld, if this character has 3 or more Astral X-Men allies, the maximum health that the boss Knull can lose a turn is increased by 50%. Holy shit. That's insane. So no, she's staying with Astral. That's a crazy thing to add to the code. So you know how like the boss damage cap on Knull, let's say difficulty 3, just because it's gonna be easy, was 1 million. That made bleeds completely destroy percentage damage, right? So now, on like difficulty 5, where the damage cap is 4 million, Emma makes it 6 million. We have percentage damage on Strange, on Moondragon, on her own kit. Wow. That's way more impactful on Astral than I think she'll do to the X-Men. I'm not sure though, because the X-Men people, they'll have a lot of raiders, so she can still do Striker there. She can still get those bleeds out. She's still giving speed bars, so they do more bleeds. They're basically all but saying the bleed stuff is gonna stay. So definitely we're gonna have a Astral team and an X-Men team because of how the bleed situation works. I'm just not sure where Emma's gonna go. The amount of percentage damage that is on that damn Astral team, I gotta imagine that Emma's best use is gonna be there, and we just find more bleeds elsewhere. I think difficulty 5. Not sure how long X-Men is gonna survive, but that's definitely interesting. We'll test it all, of course. We'll have to wait and see. I want to see what's doing to the other characters. Ancient One, Master of the Mystic Arts. Okay. 20% crit damage. In Battleworld, Astral allies gain 25% crit damage. They gain 25% crit hits. This is meaningless. This is meaningless. They hit the damage cap anyway. Doctor Strange and Moondragon, they will instantly hit the damage cap. So will Emma on her ultimate. Yeah, this is meaningless. They're going to hit the damage cap all the time. I guess for like Shadow King's attacks, it'll make sense. As long as there's no barrier, maybe it's not meaningless. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And we know that it's a very Raider-centered team. I think with the exception of Emma now, who's going to be a striker. Shadow King, passive, First Nightmare. Okay, when this character or when Astral ally has possessed, at the end of that character's turn or when any non-summon ally uses their clear all barrier from the most injured enemy. Whoa. In Battleworld, this will also trigger when any Astral ally uses their special ability. Whoa. That's an insane buff. So you definitely don't need Black Knight. Right? Because what you'll do... What you'll do is you'll just... God, you'll just use the specials from Strange and Moondragon every single turn. They do percentile damage anyway. Ancient One, you'd rather use the special and the ultimate for the counters because that'll do top percent of damage too. Whoa. I wasn't sure how Astral was going to do difficulty 5. I assumed that they were actually going to outpace the bleeds because of the damage cap increase. This solidifies it for sure, right? They'll never have barriers. So is Emma wasted here then? But Emma increases the damage cap. The damage cap, I guess, will be interesting for characters like the Ancient One and for when Emma doesn't do her ultimate and for Shadow King everything. And I guess the possessed hits too. That's a lot of buffs. All Battleworld centric, right? Well, that's actually not true. Clear all barrier is in all modes here for Shadow King. That's a nice little buff. That's a nice little touch up. But that's Battleworld. That's in Battleworld. The extra crit stuff. That's in Battleworld for Emma. This speed bar for Self and Astral X-Men. That's in all modes. That's great. Flipping positive effects. That's in all modes. That's great. The 2 blades. She's going to be a striker. Man, this raises a lot of questions. But that's good. We needed questions. We needed puzzles to solve to make this more fun. And I think we got them. I don't know if it's going to be an X-Men team with Emma. Giving them barrier. Breaking barrier for them. Adding bleeds. Giving them speed so they do more bleeds. I don't know if it's going to be that or if it's going to be with Astral to increase the damage cap. I really don't know. It won't be Black Knight with Astral anymore because why would you do that? You're going to have enough barrier break from Shadow King. I tend to think that the teams we're going to want to do is going to be full Astral And then it's going to be the Black Knight, Old Man Logan, Mephisto, and 2 bleeders, right? Omega Red and Adam Warlock if you got them built. If not, I think Nightcrawler and Gambit are good there because they do bleeds, and there's a lot of tankiness addition there, right? There's other characters that do extend. So I think the new Ironheart doesn't extend too. Or the old Ironheart that's going to be new. That's a lot to think about. This is exciting. Let me know what you guys think about this rework. I really like how this was very centric around Battleworld. I think Emma got the necessary buffs for the other game modes. I am a little concerned about this because whenever they mess with speed, that can get ugly fast. I like the bleeds. This is basically confirmation. Like, hey, the bleed thing's okay. We didn't know about it, but we're gonna leave it in. We're okay with that. The clearing barrier on all of her abilities is great. Floating positive effects gives her insane value elsewhere. Clearing positive effects over here too now. And it's now attacking adjacent. 10% targets max health is a lot. They made Emma way better. Way better. This is exciting stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you feel about Emma now? Are you guys still writing her off? Do you think that she's going to be awesome now with her new speed, barrier break, speed bar that she's throwing all over the place, the bleeds? I tend to think that this was kind of the sweet spot rework. Not crazy, unless, well, we'll wait and see, I guess. But it did seem to insanely increase their value in Battleworld. Increasing the percentage damage that Knull takes, that's a new... I mean, it's a new mechanic on top of a new mechanic that we haven't seen before, right? I still think Knull needs more changes, though. This is going to be very impactful, but I think Knull needs more changes. I think the damage cap from Knull needs to be structured in such a way that it's per unique character interaction. What does that mean? When Ancient One puts counters out and Strange counterattacks before everybody else, his percentage damage breaks the damage cap, and the other 4 attacks do nothing. Well, I guess in this case now Emma's going to do a bleed, which is kind of cool. But the other ones, they do nothing, right? I wish they could rework it so that when Ancient One's counters go out there, you know, Doctor Strange, he breaks the damage cap. He can't go over that. But then when Moondragon does her counterattack, it's a unique interaction. She could break the damage cap too, right? And then it would go like that. I wish it would work more like that. But hey, I'll take what we can get here. This does definitely increase the value of the Astral team, which is great. And it's all kind of PvE based, which is even sweeter. I like those PvE kind of buffs. Unless we start seeing these guys in future Battleworld nodes against us. That could happen. Cool. All right, guys. Once again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, have fun. If you like this video, please leave it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. But for now, have a great weekend and good luck with your Shadow King trial, guys. We're going to have great guides coming out soon. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.